Welcome. My name is Ayman El-Mohandes, and I'm honored to be the Dean of the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. This is a historic moment, the first commencement ever of the Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy, a joyous moment. Please rise. We are honored tonight to have our national anthem sung by Elise Gamble, Brooklyn-born, raised through the New York public school system, and a newly emerging gospel artist singer. Welcome, Elise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. And forgive me for doing something that's not very public health, but we are, after all, at the Apollo. Today we gather for a very important celebration. And in moments like this, we ask ourselves, why are we celebrating? Where are we celebrating? And how are we celebrating? But first, I need to thank you all for being here at the first commencement of the unified CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy, a historic moment indeed, that speaks volumes of your resilience. Yes, you 109 graduates participating today. Your resilience and team play during a challenging but rewarding transitional year. We must thank our Chancellor, J.B. Milliken, for his wisdom in supporting and guiding us through this transition, along with all the leadership at CUNY Central and the original consortial partners who have helped make this a reality. And of course, the CUNY Board of Trustees for endorsing this important decision. We will remain forever in debt. We are very grateful to be joined at this special event by the First Lady of New York City, Chirlane McCray. And I'll tell you a secret, I've been through many of these events. I have never been to one where we have 3 Board of Trustees represented on the podium who wanted to be with you and congratulate you. Trustee Wellington Chen, Trustee Chika Onyejuka, and Trustee Una Clark. A very special friend to the school, our University Provost Vita Rabinowitz, and our very own Commissioner of Public Health, Mary Bassett. And could I ever forget that amongst us tonight is our speaker, Ms. Linda Sarsour. What a great testimonial to this historical moment. Now let's get to our questions. First, the why. Why are we celebrating? We, as your faculty and mentors, welcome you into the public health profession today as our colleagues. We have shared our knowledge and experience with you and are fully confident that you will carry this legacy forward. Congratulations. We are especially proud of you since you have joined more than a profession. You have joined a mission. Public health professionals are privileged in stepping in when the need is greatest and the needy are most desperate. Be it the aftermath of a tsunami in Indonesia or the midst of an HIV epidemic in New York City. Be it during a war refugee situation in Syria or the ravages of a prescription drug addiction crisis in the Midwest. We, public health professionals, step in to help. We are organized, we are knowledgeable, effective, non-judgmental, and respectful. We may address an urgent need, but we are always looking for the root cause and how best to address it. We work collaboratively in teams and bring in a myriad of professional disciplines in a phenomenal way. We are mathematicians, educators, engineers, economists, lawyers and policymakers, doctors and nurses, psychologists, chemists, and philosophers. We work with individuals, with families, communities, and government agencies, and with legislators. That is what makes us, need I say, what makes you so special. Please turn to the graduate next to you and congratulate him or her for choosing to join such a worthy mission. You deserve to be congratulated. Remember always that in public health, we provide sanctuary for those that are marginalized and forgotten. And as much as we may choose to stand on a platform to defend an issue we believe in, we also know how to sit on a bench and listen humbly to the weakest and the loneliest voice. At this very special moment, I want to recognize all your families, your friends, your loved ones that have chosen to celebrate with us today. They may have been there for you with a cup of coffee, a listening ear, or maybe a check when you needed it most. Please stand up, look at them, and look around you and show them your appreciation. Yell loud, yell proud. remember that day, they will need to hear this appreciation over and over. Now the where. What can I say? We lucked out on this one. First, you chose to graduate from the most formidable urban university in the world, CUNY, with 275,000 students strong, the workforce factory for New York City, producing the highest quality professionals, the most creative artists, the most dedicated teachers, and public servants, who all make this city of ours work. Its diverse student body and its focus on access in quality will remain unsurpassed. And its School of Public Health rising in the ranks, committed to urban health with a vision to promote health and social justice in New York City and across the globe through innovation and leadership. What a place to graduate from. And then we chose to celebrate at the Apollo in Harlem, New York's most famous performance venue associated with African American entertainers. Ella Fitzgerald, Jimi Hendrix, Aretha Franklin, Nat King Cole, Stevie Wonder, and my colleague said maybe you don't know these, so I added Prince, amongst others. These giants conveyed on this very stage the genius, the passion, the artistry, the resilience, and the steadfastness of the African American culture that endured through the roughest times and prevailed. Their music and their song reached our hearts wherever we were, and I, for one, am honored to step on a platform they stood upon. Now to the how. Our celebration tonight is held within a crucible of womanhood and leadership. Although public health infrastructure as we know it started in the mid-19th century in New York after several outbreaks of yellow fever and then cholera, which required a serious effort at providing clean water and sewage disposal. It wasn't until Lillian Wald and Mary Brewster moved in 1893 to the Lower East Side with a new idea of what they coined at the time the public health nurse movement, the origin of public health practice as we know it today. It took these pioneer women to help us appreciate and understand the significance of the social determinants of health and to address these needs at the individual, family, and community levels. By reaching out to homes and understanding how people lived and worked, they tackled problems of malnutrition, infant and maternal mortality, and infectious diseases. In public health, this is not a motto, but a reality. Future is female. 65% of our faculty and 75% of our students are women, and we're proud of it. And we celebrate men, don't be put out. We'll have a party later. And we celebrate tonight 3 great women leaders. Our First Lady, who brought mental health as a priority to the forefront of the New York City health agenda. Our Health Commissioner, who revolutionized how the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene recognized health inequalities and approached them. And Ms. Sarsour, who helped organize one of the most historic collective expression of women protest in the Women's March on Washington. Her commitment to social justice and opposing discrimination are well recognized. It will not come as news to you, but some dissenting voices from outside our community attempted to interfere with our celebration today, and to those I say, freedom of speech is only relevant when you are respectfully listening to ideas that challenge your own. Otherwise, what's the point? We as academic institutions shoulder the responsibility of welcoming the most diverse voices. We will not shy from controversy and will embrace this responsibility with courage. Our graduates, they're wise and discerning. They can make up their own minds. That is what they will be doing every day in the public health arena. My advice to you, my dear graduates, is that our public health way is to change minds and sway hearts through open and respectful dialogue. That is the public health way. Okay, enough of that. We have much more erudite speakers today, and you know me enough, we can chat later if you need to. We have some serious business to attend to, and I am so honored to celebrate this day with you, amongst you, as your colleague. And as they say at the Apollo, it's showtime! The first person that will address you represents our Board of Trustees and brings their greetings to you. He is a friend of the Graduate School of Public Health, none else but my very dear Wellington Chen. Mr. Chen, a resident of Queens and a longtime community leader, graduated from the School of Architecture and Environmental Studies at City College. He was the first Chinese American in Queens to serve on a community planning board. Mr. Chen is the Executive Director of the Chinatown Partnership Development Corporation, and in this capacity, he will lead the Chinatown Partnership in implementing major initiatives in tourism, marketing, public space improvements, and a comprehensive effort to improve business conditions. He knows where it's at in Chinatown. Mr. Chen serves as chair of the board's Committee on Academic Policy, Program and Research, and serves as a member of the Executive Committee and the Committee on Facilities Planning and Management. Welcome our friend, Wellington Chen.
Good afternoon. Executive Vice Chancellor and University Provost Vita Rabinowitz, Dean Ayman El-Mohandes, honored guests, members of the faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, you, the CUNY graduating class of Public Health class of 2017. I bring you greetings and warmest congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. It is an incredible honor to be here today at this inaugural commencement to celebrate you, your families, and this wonderful institution. You are each here because you were driven by your own set of dreams and a vision strong enough to overpower the difficulties that you have faced along the way. Today, we celebrate this milestone, the culmination of your hard work and sacrifice. I know this was a joint effort that's been alluded to, and I'm pleased to recognize your family members and the dedicated faculty sitting in the back row and the front row, the administration who have helped you along the way to realize this dream, knowing that the knowledge and skill you have gained here, coupled with your compassion, will make the world indeed a much better place for all. I leave you with a simple word from Justice Sonia Sotomayor. There are no bystanders in life. Our humanity makes us each a part of something greater than ourselves. As you look to the future, be bold, dream big, be agents of change, and make the world much better for the next generation. And remember to come back and remember where you come from. On behalf of all of us at CUNY, I wish each one of you much success, good health, and happiness in all your endeavors.
The next speaker I call our guardian angel. Our guardian angel is University Provost Vita Rabinowitz, who stood by us step by step through a very complex process of creating this unified school from a consortial model. She understood what it took to make this happen, went the extra mile of facilitating the bringing together of faculty, the bringing together of students, the bringing together of records, the facilitation of the creation of space, and had faith in that idea. Today, we just don't thank her, but tell her that her effort was worth her while. She is in our hearts more than she is anywhere else, but she is on my top shelf. That's where Vita Rabinowitz is. Please welcome the University Provost Rabinowitz.
Thank you, Dean El-Mohandes. It was one of the great jobs of my life to play a part in the creation of the school, but we'll get to that later. First, I want to welcome the graduates, the many graduates of the first inaugural class of the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. I want to welcome your family, friends, loved ones. I want to welcome our esteemed guests. We have here 3 Board of Trustees members because they wanted to be here tonight. You met Wellington Chen, but also Trustee Clark, and one of our trustees is a graduate of your class tonight, Trustee Chika Onyejukwa. So I'm sharing this stage with several people with whom I work closely, starting with Dean El-Mohandes, who has been a visionary leader for this school, truly the one leading it from a consortial model to the unified school it is today, but also Associate Dean Klitzman and Associate Dean Stimson, with whom I work very closely. It is an honor to share the stage with our esteemed guests. Ms. Sarsour, who is known worldwide as a leading advocate for civil rights and social justice, who, as the dean said, played a leading role in organizing the phenomenally successful Women's March in our recent history, with the exceptional Commissioner of Health, Dr. Mary Bassett, whose advocacy for the reduction of health disparities and efforts in that domain have been great, and also the First Lady of the City of New York, who has used her platform to advocate tirelessly for public health, public mental health, and behavioral health. We thank you all. Thank you for joining us, and it's an honor to have the 3 of you. These 3 women represent an important spectrum of the concerns that are at the heart of the study of public health and health policy today. Highly interdisciplinary and translational fields that sit at the intersection of social sciences, of natural sciences, of data science and physical sciences. Public health is rooted in the practice of medicine, law, policy, politics, and public administration. Incredibly complicated, incredibly important. Likewise, this graduate school, CUNY's only school of public health, New York's only public school of public health, is incredibly important. As Dean El-Mohandes said, I have a personal relationship a deep affection and respect for this young school because I knew you before you were born. If I get through this without crying, it will be amazing. I was provost at Hunter College from 2005 to 2015, when public health was a medium to large size program within the School of Health Sciences, which was within the School of the Health Professions, which was within Hunter College, right? So a nested model, to be sure. In the middle of that decade, the then Chancellor announced that CUNY should have a School of Public Health. And I believe he announced it in the New York Times, that the existing programs at Hunter College, at Brooklyn College, at Lehman College, all different programs, but all reflecting CUNY's longstanding commitment to social justice, the urban environment, and the public good, that those three programs should somehow be joined. That is how we began the work of creating a consortial school that met the requirements of the Council on Education and Public Health, or CEEF. I remember one of the requirements was that the consortial school could not become a school of public health, the CUNY School of Public Health, until it produced one doctoral student. I remember talking almost daily on the phone with distinguished Professor Nick Freudenberg, asking, "How's Alice doing? How's that dissertation going?" And Nick, you assured me that she would reach the finish line, and we had our doctoral student, our one lone doctoral student that year, and Alice made us a school. And I understand today we have 13 doctoral students in this graduating class. This is a school. But in any case, the impetus to make the consortial school a unified school was we thought we would bring to bear, that we would harness the intellectual firepower, the student services, the rich curricula and course selection that was dispersed on the three campuses, bring them together, that we would bring the school to the next level of integration and cohesion and autonomy, the next level of prominence and profile. And it looks to all the world, certainly to those of us in the Apollo Theater tonight, that shared vision is paying off as the school settles into its new role as a key player in the public health sector for New York City. And today, graduates, we celebrate the inaugural graduating class of that school. You are the trailblazers. You will always be the first, number one. And I want to acknowledge that transitions are not easy. I want to acknowledge that to the administrators, the faculty, the students. You began at Hunter, Brooklyn, or Lehman College. And we made a major change, a change that, again, we're certain is for the better, but you had to live through it. But true to your problem-solving, action-oriented, what can I say? True to who you are as resilient, creative, innovative New Yorkers, true to what CUNY is as a problem-solving, action-oriented institution. You rolled up your sleeves. You formed your own transition committee to work with faculty, staff, and administrators to assure a smooth transition. And I want to thank you for adapting to these changes, for not skipping a beat in your studies, and for successfully forging ahead. We are so immensely proud of you. In closing, what I want to say is this. Today you take your degrees from the Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. and those degrees will serve you well for the rest of your lives. I want to remind you that you are also graduates of the City University of New York, an institution with, as the dean said, 275,000 degree-seeking students, thousands of wonderful faculty, 24 different institutions. We want to be the wind in your sails. There will never be a time when we will not welcome you back, support you, be there for you. Please know that. And again, we could not be prouder or more happy. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening and a wonderful life.
Now I have a special treat for you, because Trustee Chika Onyechukwu wanted to be with you. What an honor for the President of our Student Senate to be particularly interested in your major achievement today. Chika is the chairperson for the City University of New York's Student Senate and the only student member of our Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. She serves as the vice chair for the legislative affairs for the CUNY University Student Senate, which is the leading student governance body of the university, charged with representing the interest of nearly 500,000 students. She is one of us, a senior at Hunter College pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in Community Health Education. She is a member of the Jewish Foundation for Education of Women scholarship cohort and proudly served the students Hunter College as the undergraduate student government president during 2015-2016. Please welcome your colleague, your representative, and your trustee, all in one, Chika Onyechukwu.
Greetings, Dean Almohandes, Vice Chancellor Rabinowitz, Trustee Clark, Trustee Chen, First Lady Shirlane McCray, Honorable Linda Sarsour, distinguished guests, members of the CUNY School of Public Health faculty, staff, and administration, friends, families, and a very special greetings to you, the CUNY School of Public Health's graduating class of 2017. I would like to congratulate every single one of you on this monumental accomplishment. My name is Chikadili Onyechukwu, and I serve as a student member of the CUNY Board of Trustees. I also have the distinct honor of serving as your chairperson of the CUNY University Student Senate, which is the student governance organization responsible for representing over 500,000 CUNY students. The School of Public Health was founded with the mission of providing a collaborative and accessible environment for excellence in education, research, and service in public health to promote and sustain healthier populations in New York City and around the world, and to shape policy and practice in public health for all. What a grand and noble mission. After reading and hearing about all the great work this class has done and thinking about all the great things that you'll go on to do in the future, I think we can declare this mission accomplished. To all the friends and family, thank you for helping our graduates get here. And as we continue to celebrate women's leadership, I want to give a special shout out to all the mothers and grandmothers who are here in the audience today. I have a special kinship with the School of Public Health. You see, 2 days ago, I had the privilege of graduating with my bachelor's degree in community health education from Hunter College. Thank you. I decided to pursue my degree in public health because I believe, as Shirley Chisholm once declared, that health is a human right, not a privilege to be purchased. I think we have to be bold and uncompromising in this declaration. We have to challenge those who will tell us that the problems and troubles of this community or that community are not our own. Today, I am inspired by you because I believe that you have taken Shirley Chisholm's declaration with the seriousness that it deserves. And I want to let you know that your commitment to our community and your commitment to public health fills me with pride. I would like to take a moment to congratulate and give a special thanks to Dean Almohandes. I met Dean Almohandes about 2 years ago at a summer leadership retreat. He gave a talk to a group of student leaders from around the university about public health and his vision for building a healthy CUNY. I have never seen someone so energized, and I know you know it, he has so much energy, and motivated the way that Dean Almohandes is. By the time the fall semester rolled around, student leaders were meeting and organizing with students at other CUNYs and meeting with the dean and the great faculty of the School of Public Health. Soon, we had students volunteering, registering other students for healthcare, creating surveys, and spreading positive messages about public health. I tell you that story to let you know that Dean Almohandes is a true ambassador of public health, and he represents the best of our institution. Please join me in giving him a big round of applause. Lastly, I would like to recognize the two School of Public Health's University Student Senate delegates who are graduating with you today, Rodrigo Cardozo and Daniela Stevens. Thank you for your service to our students and to our university. Again, I want to congratulate all of the class of 2017. A job well done.
This is a special moment that I cherish because I present to you one of you, your valedictorian this year, who is giving the valedictorian address. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian for the graduating class 2017. Anna Mageris is your valedictorian this year. And it goes without saying, of course, that Anna was a top student. Indeed, her professors regard her as a phenomenal student and critical thinker. She brings strong quantitative and writing skills combined with natural curiosity and a passion for and a commitment to public health. When Anna first joined our program, she maintained her employment with a publishing company. While in the program, she sought to gain public health experience that would allow her to make a career transition from publishing to epidemiology and public health. She worked hard to find 3 such positions. First, she interned with a nonprofit organization known as Vital Strategies, which provides technical assistance to health departments in low and middle income countries. She was such an asset that they subsequently offered her a paid position with them. Second, she was selected for an HARTP internship with the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to work on a project to improve the outcomes of individuals being treated with hepatitis C. And third, for her master's essay, she is leading an analysis of data from the Central Africa project that is assessing the extent to which HIV-positive populations in the clinic data from compared to age and gender distributions of the rest of the patients in the clinic. Professor Heidi Jones reports that Anna is one of the strongest students she has ever had. Heidi is not easy with her compliments. She says, I often learn from her questions and from her responses to the homework assignments. The combination of Anna's clarity in thought, inquisitive nature, and commitment to public health make her an ideal candidate to represent this graduating class of 2017. In honoring her in that way, I honor every single one of our dear graduates. You will all be standing at the podium now, giving this valedictorian address. Anna, where are you?
I'd like to say thank you and greetings to Dean Almohandes, Trustees Chen, Clark, and Onyejikwa. Sorry. Executive Vice Chancellor and CUNY Provost Rabinovitz, our wonderful faculty, honored guests, our parents, partners, families, friends, and of course my fellow graduates. As Dean Al-Mohandes already said, I came to the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy as a career changer from the book publishing industry. So I knew how to use a semicolon, but I had no idea what a p-value is. And I was very worried that I'd be judged, that my classmates and professors would wonder what I'm doing here. But that wasn't my experience. Instead, I found an incredibly open community. Students helped one another, whether by sharing class notes if someone was absent or referring each other to jobs. We exchanged ideas, asked questions, challenged one another. We wanted our classmates to succeed. And many of us are currently polishing our resumes and updating our LinkedIn profiles for the job hunt and encountering lots of postings that ask for leadership skills. And of course, leadership is important, and many, most, or perhaps all of the graduates here today will become leaders in the public health field. But I think that other skills that are just as important are often undervalued, including communication, collaboration, and a willingness to challenge and be challenged. The very things I feel we've all contributed to and benefited from here at CUNY. In one of our core MPH courses, we talked about the dangers of social isolation and its impact on people's health and well-being. The case studies we read were about people who lived in the middle of large cities, full of people, and who were nevertheless alone. Similarly, I think intellectual isolation can be dangerous to our academic and professional success, and perhaps even to our well-being. I've heard so many of us say that discussions with classmates have helped them better understand a theoretical concept or figure out what on earth their data is saying. It's not surprising that the student body of a school that attracts idealists is so mutually supportive and eager to learn from others. I hope that as we each continue on our own path, we can bring these values and skills with us to become leaders who are great not just because of our own ideas, but because again and again, we choose to turn toward one another, ask, and listen. And as someone who's been told that she asks a lot of questions, I can tell you I've never regretted asking a question, but I've often regretted not asking one. So thank you all so much for being such wonderful partners in learning these past few years. I'm in complete awe of all of you and can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2017.
This will always be a special moment in the annals of the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. We are conferring our very first honorary degree, and there could not have been a more worthwhile recipient. It is my distinct pleasure to confer upon First Lady Shirlane McRae the very first honorary doctoral degree from the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. We have selected this outstanding New Yorker and public health advocate and servant to receive an honorary Doctor of Science for her leadership and her vision. Our First Lady of New York City, Shirlane McRae, has redefined the role of a First Lady, managing a robust portfolio to advance an ambitious agenda in support of all of us New Yorkers. Ms. McRae created Thrive New York City, the most comprehensive mental health plan of any city or state in the nation. And she is recognized nationally as a powerful champion for mental health reform. Additionally, Ms. McRae spearheads the city's Thrive Coalition of Mayors with representation from more than 150 cities from all 50 states, advocating for a more integrated and better funded behavioral health system. Ms. McRae embarked on Thrive New York City in collaboration with Deputy Commissioner for Mental Hygiene, Dr. Gary Belkin, and of course, our dear Commissioner, Dr. Mary Bassett. And this has laid the groundwork for a collaboration between our Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy and the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, creating the newest collaborative initiative, the Center for Innovation in Mental Health. Today, we honor our very dear First Lady, and joining me at the podium in her hooding ceremony will be the Deputy Commissioner, Dr. Belkin, and Professor Jennifer Wisdom, who is the director of this new collaborative center. Ms. McRae, will you please join me at the podium? Congratulations, Ms. McRae.
Whew. What a tremendous honor. Thank you, Dean Almohandes, Dr. Wisdom, and Dr. Belkin for ushering me into this illustrious fellowship. To say that I am honored to be a part of this inaugural commencement ceremony of the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy is a true understatement. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates. Of course, I am very grateful, very thankful to all of you for granting me this honor. It's always humbling to be recognized, but this recognition is especially meaningful because, well, it's my first. And the fact that an institution that means so much to this city chose to honor me with their first honorary degree just means so much to me. All of you have devoted yourselves to protecting and improving our public health. That's a noble cause and essential too. My father used to say, if you have your health, you have everything. And of course, I agree. Good health is the foundation of everything that is precious in our lives. And good public health is the foundation of everything that is great about our city. As I've traveled throughout the 5 boroughs talking to New Yorkers about mental health, 2 things have become clear to me. Number 1, we have all been touched by mental illness or addiction directly or through someone we love. Number 2, we all have a responsibility to be part of the solution to help change the way New Yorkers think about mental health and the way we connect people to treatment. Thrive NYC is our citywide effort to meet that responsibility. And our goal is to provide services to New Yorkers who need help right now. At the same time, we are investing in prevention and wellness because the best way to treat any disease is to stop it before it starts or to intervene before it gets more serious. There is no question that our goal is ambitious, and in order to achieve it, we need to enlist the very best and brightest minds in public health, which is why we partnered with the CUNY School of Public Health. As Dean Almohandes mentioned, together we have created a Center for Innovation in Mental Health, and the innovation has already begun. With your help, we're launching in-depth evaluation projects, organizing gatherings of mental health experts from across the country, and bringing top-quality mental health treatment to those communities that need it the most. Our Mental Health Service Corps, a team of physicians and recently graduated doctoral and master's level clinicians, are rock stars. The Service Corps members work in substance use programs, mental health clinics, and primary care practices in high-need communities throughout the city. The Corps currently has more than 100 mental health pioneers, but we want to grow that number to at least 400 members. So if you are interested in learning more or applying, just Google Mental Health Service Corps. And let me be clear, you don't have to be a clinician to be a part of Thrive NYC. We're also looking for gifted managers, policymakers, researchers, and advocates to help us address what I believe is America's most urgent public health challenge. If you are passionate about mental health, please consider joining us. But even if mental health is not the focus of your work, you can still get involved. Please visit nyc.gov to learn more about Thrive NYC and sign up for mental health first aid or volunteer to be a friendly visitor for an isolated senior. As I look out at all of you brilliant, dynamic people who have chosen to devote yourselves to service, I am filled with gratitude. And as I stand here on this Apollo stage, where James Brown once stood, I'm channeling a song that perfectly describes what all of you have. It's called Soul Power. And in case you don't know the song, it goes, soul power. Know we need it, we gotta have it. This graduating class has gigawatts of soul power, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. Congratulations on all you have achieved, and thank you for this tremendous honor.
Wow, it's a good thing I didn't need to hood him. All right. The next honor goes to a very dear friend, an esteemed colleague, to me, somebody that I feel I need to follow in their footsteps. But just not their footsteps, but their aura. She doesn't just talk the talk, but walks the walk in every step she takes. I'm humbled every time I meet with her by her sincerity and her authenticity. She elevates the job of a commissioner to a different level of responsibility and translates her personal convictions into action in ways that very few people I have seen can. Mary Bassett, it is with delight that the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy confers upon you, the Commissioner of the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, our Dean's Champion of Public Health Award. This award is given by the Dean of the Graduate School to a prominent public health professional who has contributed significantly towards the health of New Yorkers. There is no doubt that Commissioner Bassett is the most deserving recipient of such an award this year. The transformational vision that she has had since her appointment in this important post has been translated into action, and just as significantly into the core spirit of what the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene has become in our metropolis. All you have to do is just go there and you sense it. It's palpable in the faces of the people that greet you, in what they stand for and what they're about. Her achievements are many and include her staunch advocacy to eliminate racial and ethnic health disparities within our city, her significant efforts to steer the attention of intervention groups towards embracing place-based and community-based initiatives. For example, the East Harlem Housing-Based Community Health Workers Initiative. Her wise and steady approach towards managing unexpected and foreign infectious diseases that threaten our city, and her tireless efforts to protect consumers from hidden consumption of salt in commercially prepared foods. Mary, you are a champion, and I am personally awed by you. Please come. I will hold it for
You'll
you.
hold it for me. Well, thank you, Dean Elmohandes. That was such a lovely introduction. And this is a day of celebration. We've been celebrating all of you. We've been celebrating our government leadership with a surprise appearance from the mayor himself. But we've already said it, but I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge how good all the children in the audience are being. Some of them are very small. I am truly honored to receive the CUNY Champion of Public Health Award, and I am especially pleased to have shared the stage with the First Lady of our city, Chirlane McCray, as well as Linda Sarsour and Dean Elmohandes. All three have been stalwart champions of all manner of issues relevant to our health and well-being, importantly, women's rights, and more broadly, they are champions of democracy. And that is what makes them champions of public health. In this time, it is worth taking a moment to reflect on the centrality of democracy to the life of our city and our nation. I have a very deep admiration for the role that the CUNY School, and I'll try and get the full proper name now, the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy, as an institution that truly honors the public in public health. This university is an exercise in democracy by its very existence, and the CUNY School of Public Health is, as you've heard, our only public School of Public Health in New York City. You, the School of Public Health for short, educate and produce more faculty of color, more PhDs, enroll more part-time students, which makes you more accessible, and engage more with both state and local governments than any other institution in our city. Today, you, the graduates, have come here to show all of us that you've acquired technical skills, you've gained knowledge in the many areas of public health. But I want to remind you that you also have firsthand knowledge of the critical importance of a robust public sector. You know that this public sector advances equity, and equity advances health. So I want you to take that with you and stand up for the public sector as you go forward. Public health is a story of progress, but it is also a story of work that remains to be done. Upon graduating, you inherit the challenges and the opportunities of all those who came before you, and I know that you will continue to speak truth to power and continue to acknowledge that we have come far, but we still have a very long way to go. The rigorous training that you've received will benefit our government. You will be joining government agencies, nonprofits, and yes, the private sector has learned that there's a role for public health. And some of you will be joining the City Health Department. And I am proud to say that we are an employer of many graduates of CUNY, and we will welcome you. It is my hope that we will all, every single one of you in the room today, be champions of public health. Thank you again for this honor.
Good evening, graduates and guests. I am Dr. Lyndon Havland, and I am chair of the Dean's External Advisory Council for the CUNY School of Public Health and Health Policy. And it is my distinct honor this evening to introduce the inaugural School of Public Health graduation speaker, Ms. Linda Sarsour. The selection of Ms. Sarsour as our inaugural graduation speaker reflects the unique mission of the CUNY School of Public Health, a school dedicated to urban health and dedicated to social justice. At CUNY, we believe that working to achieve health equity is about building healthy and resilient communities where your zip code is not your destiny, and where all people can achieve healthy and dignified lives. The CUNY School of Public Health Advisory Committee, faculty, and students believes that Linda embodies this commitment to social justice, and we applaud her work on behalf of young people, women, immigrants, and others speaking out against discrimination and intolerance and in favor of democracy, solidarity, and human rights. These are battles that require courage, audacity, and hope. And they provide hope for the future of our nation and for all humanity. Born and raised in Brooklyn, Linda's public health and social justice work include her support for the New York State's Project Liberty program and federal support for mental health care for the South Brooklyn Arab American community. Linda has been heralded as a leader both locally and nationally by President Barack Obama, by Time and Fortune magazines, and by New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. All have stressed her commitment to community development, youth empowerment, community organizing, civic engagement, and immigrant rights. Here at the School of Public Health, we train our students to ask difficult questions, to challenge the status quo, and to work hand in hand with communities to achieve healthy and dignified lives. Our graduates are the backbone of the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, and they are called to be leaders every day in the daily work of building a healthy city. Their work challenges them to consider and engage with various points of view and strongly held beliefs. A career in public health is not for the faint of heart. You are applauded because you chose the harder path, and all of us thank you. A career in public health is for people who want to make the world more just for all, and who are unafraid to confront the systematic drivers of racial, ethnic, and health inequity. The health of the Republic requires that we change systems that promote inequality and that stifle voices of disagreement. We teach our students how to engage in civil discourse, and we believe that this is a fundamental building block of democracy and a fundamental building block of the future of our nation. Linda's selection as our keynote speaker has not been without controversy or comment. But her selection has given us, as faculty, students, and as members of the CUNY community, an important opportunity to reflect on free speech and academic freedom, and the important role of advocacy and social justice in public health and public discourse. We hope that we have created a space where we can debate controversial and complicated topics, and while we do not always agree, we are guided by our respect for one another and our collective commitment to creating a healthier world. We believe that Linda is an important voice calling for improvements in public health and social justice, harnessing the passion of activism and a commitment to broad social engagement. It is my honor to give to you our 2017 graduation speaker, Ms. Linda Sarsour.
May peace and blessings be upon you all. I am so deeply honored and humbled to be here today amongst all of you. And a huge shout out to the graduating class of 2017. You did it. Yes, you did. That's my Brooklyn accent. We made it. I made it here. And you already know, it's been a more than memorable and eventful experience for me. And I'm still standing and still unapologetically Muslim American, Palestinian American, and from Brooklyn, New York. It was worth every moment to be able to share this beautiful evening with you and your family and friends and the remarkable faculty and staff of the CUNY School of Public Health and Health Policy, and two outstanding women, New York City's First Lady, Shirlane McCray, and none other than New York City Commissioner Mary Bassett. You did this, and I hope that you are all feeling as proud as I am of all of you. I want to thank the Dean, Ayman al-Muhandis, for his extraordinary leadership and work, his spice, his spunk. I just love the man. So many of you know me, I'm from Brooklyn, and I came here to tell it like it is. You know, we live in difficult and uncertain times. And tonight, I use my platform to honor 4 men and to hold them up as beacons of light for all of us. Taliesin Mairdin Namkai Meche, Ricky Best, Micah Fletcher, and Richard W. Collins III. This week, 3 of these men lost their lives at the hands of hate. One man, Micah Fletcher, a remarkable young poet, lived to tell the tale after brutally being stabbed. Taliesin, Ricky, and Micah were strangers to one another. In a matter of minutes, they made separate decisions to go from bystanders to heroes to defend one African-American young woman student and her Muslim American friend wearing hijab as they were being aggressively harassed by a man on a train in Portland. Taliesin and Ricky lost their lives, but their act of courage will live on forever and has restored a small, empty place in my heart with a sense of hope and recommitment to standing up against injustice no matter who it is against. Are we all ready to embody the courage and selflessness of Taliesin, Ricky, and Micah? I am here tonight during the holy month of Ramadan. This is a month of contemplation and reflection, increase in spirituality, closeness to God, and charity. I have sat through many thoughts this past week. The tragic story in Portland made me reflect on how I was and am showing up in the world, in my community, in New York City, in our country. Was I ever a bystander? Would I ever be a bystander? What does it mean when we say we're social justice activists and organizers committed to justice and equality for all people? It means that we made a decision that we will never be bystanders. We in this room together must commit to never being bystanders to poverty, lack of jobs and health care, sexism and violence, discrimination, racism, xenophobia, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and homophobia. We will stand up. We will speak truth to power no matter the consequences. We will demand change. We will center those most directly impacted because they and we who are closest to the pain are also closest to the solution. Public health to me means the mental, emotional, and physical well-beings of whole communities. To create healthy communities, we must create a society where a young black man or woman can walk down the streets of their communities without fear of being killed by a police officer or gun violence. That an undocumented mother can return home after work to her children without fear of deportation. That an LGBTQI person can feel safe in any and all public spaces, and yes, that a Muslim American woman can walk to school and take a train without fear of being assaulted and attacked for what she is wearing. But we can't stop there. We want our communities to flourish and thrive. We want to build foundations of success for all, and we can only do that if we see our communities and its people as whole people. Our approach to this work is critical, which is why I was so honored to be invited to speak here today. because you too understand that the only way to do this is to organize intersectionally and holistically. This is why I made sure that my participation as a national co-chair of the Women's March on Washington was intentional. Not only was it dubbed the largest single-day protest in U.S. history, it was based on a platform, one of the most intersectional platforms of our generation. When women lead, when women of color lead, we do great things and we bring people and movements together. We know that we can't talk about economic justice without talking about racial justice, and we can't talk about racial justice without talking about reproductive rights or immigration reform or environmental justice. And as Audre Lorde beautifully said, there is no such thing as a single issue struggle because we do not live single issue lives. This is my work and this is what I live and breathe every day. Will we commit today to love and protect one another? A few weeks ago, we remembered the 75th anniversary of Executive Order 9066, which began the internment of Japanese Americans. I thought to myself, 75 years is not that long ago. And there are some alive amongst us who remember that horrific time. Who were these bystanders? Who were these Americans who sat back idly and allowed their Japanese American neighbors to be stripped from their homes with their children? Who were they? They were the silent majority. Did you ever think about who you would have been at that time? Look, I love my country. It gave my Palestinian immigrant parents who lived under military occupation the opportunities to give me and my siblings a better life, and I am forever grateful. I love my country so much that I work every day to push my country to be a better nation, to stand up to its original ideals. Malcolm X once said, "You are not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong no matter who does it or says it." For I truly believe that dissent is the highest form of patriotism. That silence is an endorsement of the status quo and makes us complicit in the suffering of the most marginalized amongst us. Understanding our history and being rooted in the moments when we were wrong, starting from the days of our founding and the massacres of indigenous people, to the forced enslavement of Black Africans, to segregation, to the Chinese Exclusion Act, to the internment of Japanese Americans, to mass incarceration, also known as modern-day slavery, to everything in between, we must acknowledge the mistakes of the past and present and commit to never again. A famous philosopher once said, "Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it." In the age of alternative facts and fake news and emboldened racism and xenophobia, we cannot be silent. We cannot allow the voices of hate and divisiveness to be louder than the voices of solidarity and love. We cannot allow any more horror to happen to any other communities. We must stand together united in solidarity against the targeting, demonization, and vilification of any group of people. We must intervene. We must protect one another. We must stay righteously outraged. We must never feel despair or complacency or submit to the idea that this is just how it is. I will be outraged every time a Black man or woman like Sandra Bland or Tamir Rice, Ayanna Stanley Jones, Rakia Boyd, Romali Graham, Eric Garner, Walter Scott, Jonathan Edwards, and Freddie Gray are killed at the hands of law enforcement. I will be outraged every time I remember that Flint still does not have clean water. I will be outraged every day until we end mass incarceration. I will be righteously outraged every day until we are all treated with dignity and respect and we are all free in every part of this world, because when one of us is not free, none of us are free. I will be righteously outraged and I will make sure to contribute something every day to alleviating suffering and pain in my midst. I will end my remarks by sharing a quote with all of you that is both hung in my home and in my office by an Aboriginal woman named Leela Watson. And she says, if you have come here to help me, you are wasting your time. But if you have come here because you believe that your liberation is bound up with mine, then let us work together. We are in this together. I look forward to working with you, class of 2017, on these streets. You can always count on your Palestinian Muslim American sister from Brooklyn, New York, to keep her voice loud, to keep her feet on these streets in the name of justice for all. It is we who make America great. In solidarity and in love, congratulations to the class of 2017. Watch out, world.
Okay, class dismissed. This is a especially fun time for me to give my Dean Awards to students who have excelled. And my Dean Merit Awards are in the field of research, in the field of service, in the field of commitment, as well as a dissertation award to the best dissertation in the doctoral program, and a scholarship award to a scholar amongst my students. I hold them equally as important. The first segment of the Dean's Awards goes to the top 2 students who received my Merit Research Award. And I'd like Marita Lamonica and David Aboudi to join me at the podium, please. I don't know what's going on, but there's kind of a love story between you and the faculty, because I'm not accustomed to such praise from the faculty upon their students, but I'm kind of tickled by it. Marita demonstrated excellence in her coursework in the field of research, but magnificently she applied these competencies as a key member of the research team for a New York State Health Foundation project on a Brooklyn Wellness Trust project with Professors Romero and Echeverria, who could not stop talking about her. Marita helped develop the data collection instruments, conducted in-depth interviews, collaborated in data analysis, and contributed to the final report. She established a high level of research acumen during her MPH studies and will carry that forward in her postgraduate work. Marita, I'm proud. And how about David, that wouldn't even come to get his Merit Award from me? He was just too busy. Well, that's because David began working as an adjunct faculty after he graduated at the New York Medical College in Valhalla, teaching Intro to Biostatistics and their MS Biostatistics program. Now that makes me proud. David is dedicated to quality perinatal medicine in high-risk and high-poverty populations. That's something that's very dear to my heart. It's something that, as you know, I've dedicated my entire career to. And his master's essay was entitled Effects of Hospital Level on Survival Without Morbidities in Outborn Preterm Infants. And he showed that a model for reorganization, having neonatologists available at every delivery and quick transport on hand, can optimize outcomes. That's how we start, with little baby steps in trying to save lives. And every life saved by the work that you do, the suggestions of the research that you complete, will make a difference. That's why we are in such an enviable profession, because the results are formidable. I congratulate you too, David.
Thank you, Dean.
So, do we have something for these very brilliant young people? We do. Who's who?
This is Marita and this is David.
So this is for you, Marita.
Thank you.
And this is for you, David.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Don't forget us when you're very big in the field.
Of course.
Come back and visit. The next is just as important in our mission, which is our service awards. And the 2 service awards this year go to Rodrigo Cardozo and to Leonardo Dominguez. Please come and join me at the podium. Okay, Leonardo Dominguez, otherwise known as the King of Cool, has been active in community public health projects in the South Bronx, as well as the School of Public Health community. He's committed to working with injection drug users and incarcerated populations to improve their health. As part of his project, Leo guided students, volunteers safely through an abandoned and mostly underground rail line where they clean up used needles and offer support for injection drug users. At the school, Leo is an organizer for the Root Cause Collective, a student organization at CUNY School of Public Health with a mission to mitigate, resist, and undo the deleterious community health effects of racism, gentrification, and market injustice. Rodrigo, on the other hand, has played, again, a very important role in service, but a different role, because he is the student representative for the CUNY School of Public Health Faculty and Student Council, attended many of our long and boring meetings, and represented you very well, and is appointed as a delegate to the CUNY University Student Senate. Through these roles, he helped create the new CUNY School of Public Health Graduate Student Association, and he has ably served as a link among students, club leaders, and the school administration. Rodrigo is also actively working with a community-based organization, the Water Trust, and is involved in the creation of a new club that is focusing on global health. Congratulations to both of you. I'm very proud.
Thank you so much.
Leo? Thank you so much. Rodrigo. The next award is especially dear to my heart because it's the Commitment Award. And all of us have gone through moments where we really thought, where are we going? What are we doing? And still found the strength within ourselves to continue, either in our professional life, in our personal life, as students or otherwise. That needs to be recognized as an area of excellence as well. And that's where the Commitment Award comes from. The 2 people that won these the awards this year are Eufrenia Enriquez and Nicole Romeo. Could you please come and join me at the podium? Welcome. And congratulations. Eufrenia faced many challenges balancing the demands of her job in a clinical research setting, family commitments, and school. She missed many classes and even had to withdraw from a course. However, she excelled in her niche with a firm grasp of how to apply principles of public health in the clinical health setting. She currently serves as a clinical research coordinator for Columbia University Medical Center for 2 multi-clinical research studies looking at the relation of diabetes and pre-diabetes with mental health outcomes. Eufrenia is a true CUNY success story. She earned her associate's degree at Hostos Community College, her BS in community health education from Hunter, and has now earned her MPH from the CUNY School of Public Health. She was not daunted by her early problems and her early, need I say, challenges, but she rose to her ultimate career goal and prevailed. Nicole, on the other hand, during her time as a graduate student, was conscientious and attentive to detail, particularly in her fieldwork project. In her final semester at CUNY, she spent 6 months collecting noise monitoring data at various locations throughout the New York City subway system. Her preliminary findings were published in her capstone and demonstrated consistently high exposures to noise, highlighting the need for further data collection, assessment, and remediation. It was clear from her investigations that the work environment for these underground employees and neighboring communities may exceed permissible environmental and occupational noise exposure limits, posing health risks including and beyond permanent hearing loss. To further address these problems, Nicole submitted a small pilot grant with the support of Professors Zimbabwe and Pavlonis. Nicole performed all these tasks while being the primary caretaker of an ailing family member. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
so much.
The doctoral dissertation award this year is presented to Rachel Weiss-Riley. Rachel, please come and join me at the podium. It is obvious she has many fans. Rachel has been actively involved in public health since she received a bachelor's degree in environmental science through her MPH studies at Hunter College and culminating in her doctoral degree with us. Her dissertation, entitled Incorporating Place and Space, a Hierarchical Spatial Approach to Exploring Preventable Congestive Heart Failure Hospitalizations in New York City, combines traditional and advanced epidemiologic and biostatistical method that examine the importance of where people live. Her approach has the potential to contribute not only to our outstanding understanding of preventable congestive heart failure, but also to guide future directions for research on similar health outcomes. Congratulations, Rachel. I know what you're waiting for. It's going to happen right after this award. The final award is the Scholarship Award going to Anna Megaris for her overall academic excellence. Anna, would you please step up to the podium one more time? As you know, Anna came after a career in publishing. She worked hard in her classes and internship and is not the only one, but amongst those that are graduating with a GPA of 4.0. Anna has strong qualitative and quantitative research skills and writing skills, and she is admired by her faculty, as I said, and gave a wonderful, rousing speech today as your valedictorian. Congratulate her one more time. Yes. Oh, I'm hard of hearing. Okay. All the students that received an award, please stand, because you need to join your colleagues now that you've received your award, so you can come in turn and receive your graduation certificates. And for the rest of you, it's your turn now. Every single one of you is a champion, and don't you forget it.
Welcome. I'm Associate Dean Jim Stimson for the Academic Affairs and Faculty Affairs, and I'm pleased to present the graduates of our master's program. Please stand and line up for recognition.
we'll ask, which department are you? Jess.
So we're doing community health and social sciences first. Thank you. Ready? Are you ready? Okay. We're ready. Jasmine Hicks. Christopher Salami. Stephanie Mazzaferro. Ashley Griffiths. Teresa Fasolino. Yesenia Arguda. Alberto Pimentel. Clarissa Padilla Brito. Christian Jimenez. Camila Salim. Maris Gelman. Noel Manu. Rahel Yosef. Liana Fixel. Natasia Polas. Renat Eppelman. Yashi Braddock. Marita LaMonica. Yafrena Enriquez. Anne McGroity. Angie Woody. Jennifer Gallo. Emanuela Kaganda. Jordan QB. Stephanie Christian. Stephanie Marufa. Oh, Rosa, sorry. Sorry. Elena Murphy. Elena. Catherine Masuch. What is the next one? What's the next department? The next department is the Department of Environmental, Occupational, and Geospatial Health Sciences. Jessica Fippard. Kay Pete. Menzi Jean Baptiste. Donzando Ramon. Eddie Tang. Princey Bardwaj. Nachari Rayleigh. The next program is nutrition. Gabrielle Solis. Shisheldin Hanlon. Jared McGuire. Amy Vu. Alexa Lagori. Nicole Margarella. Jacqueline Vingan. Nicole Romeo. The next programs are for epidemiology and biostatistics. Noura Hossein. Ala Abid. Eric Davis. Lisa Caldez. Aswani Balagani. Sandeep Pradhan. Alexa Riggs. Danielle Soroka. Shauna Ford. Gurkirkvan Veer Singh. Maritza Polycarpou. Hanish Kadali. Lucas Schiffer. Stephanie Tumanello. Carmen Rodriguez. Kroshika Graham. Uchula Tulati. Rodrigo Arceg Cardoza. David Obudi. Leonardo Dominguez. Liseka Jordan. Hind Kasem. And Anna Majeras. The next program is for health policy and management. Faye DeLeo. AJ Brown. Emily Carroll. Radhika Sood. Jennifer Kaufman. Brittany Garr. Jeremy Rivera. Jonathan Rivera. Nyan Reynolds. Whitney Ajibola. Ritu Jain. Catherine Knipp. Candace Francis. Courtney Fulweiler. Melissa Sussman. Richard Sabata. Jillian Allison. Sophie Rand. Tahira Redhead. Jessica Alexandre. Tenzin Sume. Ashley Womble. Maciel Ubilis. Amongio Efere. Sybil Wilmot. And Danielle Stephen. Our next program is dual degrees. Oh, that was you? You snuck in there. You snuck in there. Then our last program is the DPH. So our first program that will be awarding the doctoral is to the Community Health and Social Sciences. Our first is Dr. Catherine Diamond. Our next is Dr. Kathleen Flandrick. Dr. Emily Franzosa. Oh, no? Oh, sorry. Dr. Sarah Flowers. Who is next? And for this, we need. Okay. Dr. Emily Franzosa. Dr. Elizabeth Fuentes. Dr. Amy Matroka. Dr. Janet Wirsima. Dr. Margaret Wolf. Our next program is Health Policy and Management. Dr. Catherine Besthoff. Our next program is Epidemiology and Biostatistics. Dr. Emily D'Agostino. Dr. Jennifer Bright. Dr. Alexandra Tournier. And Dr. Rachel Wace Rayleigh.
Thank you, Dean Stimson. This was really riveting. So, this is time for us to join together in the pledge of public health. I don't think it could be more fitting than to have our health commissioner herself come and lead the pledge with you. May I invite you to the podium, please?
Thank you, Dean Elmohandes. Before we begin this solemn reading of the pledge, which I'm very honored to lead you in, I think we should take a moment to acknowledge the grace and grit, the compassion and confidence, the vision of the Dean of the School of Public Health. There you go. There. I'm going to read it and pause, and then you will repeat. You can find the pledge, as you know, in the back of your program. This is the Public Health Pledge. I pledge to do all within my power to safeguard human and environmental health through prevention, protection, promotion, and educational efforts. Protection, promotion,
and educational
efforts. I will accept the responsibility to use my talents, training, and professional experience to instill public trust in all my public health endeavors. It is my personal commitment to serve my community with integrity and pride.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Thank you so much. You honor us. You honor us. Okay, I know you're eager to go out and meet up with your family and friends, but I know when you came in, they told you to turn your cell phones on. So I'm going to just reverse that order and say, bring your cell phones out. And mine is saying I have updates. Turn to camera. You all have it out? Turn to selfie. And smile. Click. No one can take this moment away from you. It is yours and yours only. When bad times come, pull out that selfie and look at it. It is the flag that you have planted at the peak of Mount Everest. Congratulations. Go in peace.